Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here, drinking a little homebrew. This is the rye pale ale. This just didn't come out to be a beer that I really like. I think it's because of the hop. I'm thinking I might not be a big Cascade hop guy. Maybe if it's used for bittering, it might be alright, but this had 2 ounces of Cascade hops dry hopped into it, and I'm thinking I'm getting a lot of that, and I just don't care for the taste all that much. I don't think anything with the rye that's in it, which I think it was just some LME, is really coming out too much, but I know a lot of people like Cascade hops. When I brewed the Midwest Supplies Liberty Cream Ale, I believe that one uses Cascade, and I didn't really care for that beer as a cream ale either. But you know, a lot of people like that hop. I guess I'm not big on it. I would have figured I would like it just fine. I did do a little research on the hop. It's an open pollination of a fuggle seedling derived from fuggle and Sarah Brianca. It's supposed to be an aroma hop, which I believe they're dry hopped, but I think there might have been another Cascade towards the end of that recipe. The aroma is medium intense floral, citrus, and grapefruit tones. And I'm not really getting the citrus or the grapefruit. I'm getting some bitterness and a lot of floral, I think, out of this. And maybe that's why I don't care for it too much. But anyway, that's that. I got some other stuff in the mail. I want to give a quick shout out to Gutorix. I don't even know if he watches my videos, but you might see him on IV Log and Von Live. He sent me a few things. First is this extremely old, I believe they call it a carbon ring microphone. Very, very old. He got it in 1965 or somewhere around there, and he said it was old when he got it, so it's probably 30s, 40s. There aren't any wires, and he said that it has like a carbon cord. It's probably totally solidified and wouldn't even be able to try to hook it up if you wanted to, which I thought would be kind of cool if I could, but I'm not even going to try now. He sent me this shirt from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. It's a nice hooded sweatshirt. So, show that off. And a little flashlight here with a laser pointer in it. You can don't want to. This little, cute little thing. Pretty handy when showing off color beer. So I could just show off this beer a little bit. I really don't know. I'm not really close up to the camera like I am normally, but this actually is a really good looking beer. I don't care for the flavor too much. But I'll drink it, I'll finish it. It's not that bad. It's still okay. St. Patrick's Day is almost upon us. We have about 3 weeks or so, 3-4 weeks. Just take a quick look here. Let's see, today's the 23rd. So we got 3 weeks and 2 days. So we're getting to where I need to have a beer on tap for St. Patrick's Day. Now this is going to be a little difficult because it's only 3 weeks and a couple days. This will definitely have to be a beer that I keg. I could bottle if I only ferment for a week, but I like to leave the beers in my primary for 2 weeks at least. I ordered a couple beers from Midwest Supplies. They had a special deal that if you bought their Red-Headed Irish Ale, they'd give you the Irish Red Ale kit for free. So I did that. It was a pretty good deal, I thought. So I'm going to try to have an Irish Red Ale. This will be the first year I don't have a stout. But I guess I still have my stout from last year. Actually, it was okay, but so I could still drink a stout if I really wanted to. It might be a little stale at this point, but let's take a look at these kits that I got. Let's look at the Irish Red Ale. They actually called it on the box, and they didn't do this on the website. I don't remember seeing the Kiss Me I'm Irish Red Ale. Our Irish Red Ale features a deep amber red color balanced with selective flavoring and aromatic hops, a smooth and sweet caramelized flavor. It has 6 pounds of gold LME. Actually, I'm not even going to read this to you. I'm going to show you. But the original gravity is 1043, so it is a lighter beer. Well, in terms of alcohol, 39 IBUs with potential alcohol of 4.3%. And they say it'll be ready in 4 weeks. I'm going to push it a little quick. Probably put it in the primary for a week and a half and then throw it in the keg and let it carbonate for a week. I like these set it and forget it method. Kind of, you know, if I don't naturally carb in the keg, I like to let it sit for a few days. Sometimes I'll rock it if I'm in a rush. And this year, St. Patrick's Day is on a Thursday, a thirsty Thursday. So be sure to check out my good buddy Brett's Brewery, who is now on IV log. He puts on a good cast. So anyway, back to the kit. We got 6 pounds of gold LME, a hop bag, of course, 1 ounce of U.S. Fuggle hops with 3.8% alpha acid, and 1 ounce of Cascade hops at 4.8 ounces. I didn't realize there's Cascade, but it, you know, probably if it's a bittering addition, it'll be okay. I'm not really sure where it goes in. Also have some priming sugar, which I usually get this so I can carbonate, naturally carb in the keg. I may just throw this in here too. I don't know yet. We'll put that over there with the other sugars. On the grains, we have 12 ounces of Caramel 40, 2 ounces of Special B, and 2 ounces of roasted barley. Alright, let's see if I can... I don't think there's any other information except where's the hops. So the Cascade goes in at 60 and the Fuggle goes in the last 2 minutes. I wish, you know, Northern Brewer owns Midwest Supplies. I think in most of the recipes Northern Brewer's a little bit easier to look at quick and know what's going on. Midwest has stuck with their old style. So I guess they're still trying to keep some separation from the old company. But, so, a pretty simple recipe, you know, extract of specialty grains. Should make a pretty good beer. I have made a Irish Red Ale before from the brewer. I wasn't too big of a fan of that one, but it also, I ended up using different yeasts than what they suggested, so it could have been that yeast, but who knows. Also, for speaking of yeast, on this one, we're using US 05, which they put in a separate baggie here. So we'll open this quick, but it's US 05 Saf Ale. You know, pretty solid stuff. I always like to keep a packet or two of this on hand in case of emergency, because emergencies happen. So that's the Kiss Me I'm Irish Red Ale. Take that paper and throw that over there. Next, let's look at the this box is heavy. The Red-Headed Irish Ale. The Red-Headed Irish Ale balances spicy rye, toasty bread, and fruity caramel malts against a floral, pungent, powerful hop bill. It's a bit beyond a session ale, but stays smooth and drinkable all the way through each hop-dimmed flagon. I don't really know what that means. So let's just open this up quick. I know there's a few ingredients in this one. They really packed the container full in this guy. More paper, priming sugar. I always get the priming sugar just for, like I said, naturally carbing, even if it's in the keg. We have a 6-pound container of rye malt extract syrup, okay, and a 3.15 pound container of rye malt extract syrup. This is going to be a little bit bigger beer. I forgot to read those specifications. An original gravity of 1066 with average IBUs of around 40 with a potential alcohol of 6.3%. So actually that even comes out a little lower than I would expect, but that probably could be because of this is rye malt extract. There's probably not as much fermentable in here. But they don't really tell you a whole lot about these malts, which is very unfortunate. Maybe their website says something. The same Maillard malts that Northern Brewer uses. So maybe their website will say something if Midwest does not. We have 5 ounces of hops here. Okay, so let's try to get these in the right order. We have 1 ounce of nugget hops, nugget hops with 13.5% alpha acid. This goes in at 60 minutes left in the boil, so it's the first hop addition. Then you wait about 40 minutes, and actually, so this one, I'm going to step back for a quick second here. This one actually does something a little different here. When you first add your extract, you actually only add the smaller amount. Just add the 3.5 pound container at 60 minutes or right before you bring it to a boil a second time. I won't add the 6 pounds until 20 minutes left in the boil. That will probably affect things like color, because as you boil your extract, it tends to darken. So anyway, we got nugget at 60 minutes. 1 ounce of Centennial with 8.7% alpha, and 1 ounce of Palisade at 8.2% alpha acid at 15 minutes, and then you do another ounce of Centennial and Palisade with 5 minutes left in the boil. And of course, we have our steeping grains. Get this put back in here. Nice little package of steeping grains with another little sock here, which the steeping grains are 0.25 pounds of English Dark Crystal, 0.25 pounds of Wireman Cara Red, 0.063 pounds English Roasted Barley, and 0.25 pounds of Victory. So it's pretty interesting that there is actually no real rye grain used, but they probably because they have so much of the extract. But you'd think there'd be a little bit in the steeping, but that's not true. I guess I don't even know if the rye pale ale that I made had any rye grain in it. I think it was just 1 can of the rye LME. So that is that. The red-headed Irish ale yeast. All this talking is making me thirsty. So, updates on brewing. So, I'm obviously going to do the Irish Red Ale for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure I'll get to the Red-Headed Irish, maybe a week or two. I still have the ingredients for the Dave's British Bitter, which pretty simple recipe there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this uses Brine 97 from Dan Star. The Irish Red-Headed Irish uses Brine 97, so in this case, which really you guys can go look this stuff up too, but I like talking about it. So the Dave's British Bitter recipe I need to get made. I haven't had a real urgency to do that. I actually have a Cooper's Mexican Cerveza coming in. I'm ready for springtime/summer, folks, and I just couldn't wait anymore. There was a good deal on the Mexican Cervezas from Austin Homebrew Supply, so I ordered a can with their little add-on thing. To the door, $32. If I was getting it from somewhere else, it'd be $45.50 easy. So took advantage of it. You know, I'm not totally big on pre-hop kits. You know, I didn't start off on them. I went back and tried them later, but the Mexican Cerveza is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. The oatmeal cookie brown ale is gone. I can't remember if that was gone last week or I think it was after last Homebrew Wednesday that ran out. So I got the rye pale ales in the kegerator. I don't know how much of that's left. I have a Surly Bitter Brewer. It's keg conditioning right now. It has probably just under a week left of that. The White House Honey Porter is still in primary. I'll move that secondary this weekend. And the Oktoberfest is lager. It's been moved to lager stage, and it is going to sit there for about 2 months. So that won't come out until April, and I'll keg it and put it right in the kegerator. So that should be a pretty good beer. I'm looking forward to trying that one. If it's really good, I'll do it again, and I'll hopefully have it ready for the actual Oktoberfest. So not that I go to anything Oktoberfesty, but you know, it's cool that nice autumn time of year, have a good Oktoberfest beer. I'd like to, at some point in the next few months, brew the Rye Channel YouTube Amber Ale. You guys help me, you guys and the folks on Vaughn help me brew. You know, you guys came up with the ingredients, they picked the style, I brewed a beer from it, and it turned out pretty darn good, I thought. So I'd like to get around to doing that again. Also, my live cast, I know I haven't been casting a whole lot on Vaughn. Also, if you follow me on Vaughn, and you may not have even known that I casted for the last several weeks because Vaughn disabled all the email notifications except for those people that have VIP. So unfortunately, I have no way of telling people that I'm casting anymore on there. I've decided to leave Vaughn Live. I don't think the culture over there is very positive, so I decided to move over to IVlog. If you go follow me over there, it's still ivlog.tv/user/rye-channel. Subscribe to me there. You'll get an email notification as soon as I start casting. And you know what? Unlike Vaughn, IVlog's email notifications work. Yeah, I do pay for the service over there, but it's a lot cheaper than Vaughn Live. Vaughn Live priced themselves out, I think, and some people are paying for it. It's worth it to them. That's great. But I'm going over to, I'm at IVlog now, and I have a blast over there. I have some neat features on the site. You can even have yourself on camera while I'm casting. It's pretty neat. Everyone has a fun time. Very, very positive atmosphere over there. I really like it a lot. I cast a couple times this weekend, actually. Saturday, Sunday, a little bit Monday night, and I'm going to do it, well, I did it last night on Tuesday, so should be a fun time. I think that is all I have for you this week, folks. Have a happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers, 17 Dixie. I'm out.